Nice. Live on 2. Jeez. Jeez, they are huge pieces. Wonder if that's been involved in anything else ever. Right. How am I going to sort this? Absolute chaos. You know what, I'll take those minifigures out. Chuck them there. Oh, right, let's get this built. Drop these small pieces in here. This Sebulba Podracer is actually incredibly highly detailed. Cats, thank you for the likes. Every little bit helps out, so thank you for that. Right, I'm going to put those. Let's get those up the top there. Get some space. Moved. Alright. Now, I built Anakin's Podracer yesterday and had super brittle brown bricks, which was not good. Be overly cautious now. picked this set up second hand, which made it way cheaper than picking it up new, but oof, also a lot more expensive. Nice. Whoa, Pearl Burns, building Sebulba's Podracer from that Anakin and Sebulba Podracer set from, oh god, what year was it? 2014 or something? 2015? But I picked it up second hand, so everything is sort of mixed into one. Sammy, thank you for the rose. So it's that classic finding everything whilst spreading it around enough. No, it's not the right color. Plus these old instructions are always like a little bit off on the colors. No, where is that? Which is why it's good to do on live, because then you can just chat and not worry. Do I have a lot of Lego sets? I have got too many. I actually want to downsize. I want to downsize my collection because it's just taking up space. I'm not buying new stuff. And there's a lot which I'd like to get, but I don't have the space for, so it's just a bit crazy. I'm halfway through the Venator over there, and it's... Yeah, I haven't finished it because I don't really have anywhere to put it. I've got like a strange like little build table over there, but just got to downsize, you know. Just keep on with what's... I bought so many sets over the last little bit because they came out, but I don't really like them. So I need to downgrade the collection, which hey, it's a good place to be, isn't it? You'd rather want to downgrade than upgrade. Oh yeah, Pernell, yeah, have a look at my videos. We go through a bunch of different stuff on my videos. There's heaps up there. Got a bunch of set reviews. I haven't done a full collection, like a full collection tour. I don't think I got that crazy amount of sets. Do you know what I mean? For like collection tour, probably got 30 to 40 behind me here. But yeah. Got enough that I need to get rid of some, you know what I mean? Oh, that's loud. What the hell is that? Do I have the Death Star? I do not have the Death Star. And I don't have the old ones, but I'm much more inclined to buy one of those old ones than it would be to buy the new one. I just don't see the value. I don't see the value in it, and I think the entire build of it is just a little bit lazy. It's all just a little bit lazy for me. When Lego does a set like that, that's $1,000, £899 here in the UK where I am. You expect that sort of next level, not just more pieces, but the next level, and I don't see the next level in the Death Star whatsoever. It's fun build. I think it looks okay, but you don't have, you know, that Lego engineering that they're so good at. There's not really like any like clever uses of like angles. It's got the lift, which is nice, but I don't see the value. I don't see the value in it. Maybe if it goes on sale, proper sale, then maybe. But there just ain't no way at the moment. I don't see the value. What about you, Pinnell? Are you going to get that? You're going to pick up the Death Stars, or do you have any of the Death Stars? I wonder if it's big, eh? Yeah, the Death Star's massive. So what is it? 79. So behind me there, can you see what's behind me? So yeah, behind me there is that IKEA bookshelves, and basically it will fit exactly into that space. It needs actually a little bit more than what I've got behind me there, but I think it has like maybe 2 centimeters each side on that bookcase over there. So I mean, it's pretty big. But I don't think being big is not good enough, especially from Lego. Opinions on beans on toast. Absolutely elite. Beans on toast. Absolutely elite. Great protein source. Yeah, if you're going to pay $1,000, it should be big. It should be big, but it should be more than big. It should be special. It should Lego's engineering is absolutely next level when they apply themselves. Or there's a set, you know, the Technic sets that they do, all of that stuff is so highly thought about and cared for and just done properly. But that Death Star is a fun sort of like doll's house. Yo, how you doing? Have you changed your username? Langa. All I can see is a dot. How you doing, Langa? How's things? Now, is that raised by 1? Does that feel off? Oh yeah, just 1. But yeah, I think if there was a better sort of engineering that went into it, there was more sort of, not necessarily play features, but, you know, things that happened in there. So the trash compactor opening up and dropping down into the prison area is nice, but everything just feels like a little bit not enough, if you know what I mean. It's not that sort of high level. If anything, I think the whole thing feels a little bit rushed. But yeah, plus, that's just a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of money. Millennium Falcon, do you have... You got that Yoda dialect going on. Lego Guy 8098. Hello, mate. How you doing? Sorry, I'm live across 2 things here, so I might miss chats side by side. Got to double down that saturation. My name is C. Your name's a joke. Don't worry. I got you. I got you. I was always like, I can't say hello. Oh, Night Bricks. Hello, mate. How you doing? Right, where were we? So yeah, I mean, I don't think enough care and thought has gone into it ultimately. And you know, if that was a mock, if I saw that on a mock page, I'd be like, nice, well done. But even I think a mock, so like top mock builders would do a little bit more with that. But you know, when Lego has that extra level of putting out sets that just have fantastic engineering or uses of angles that you just don't see. I mean, I don't see the money. I don't see it being worth it. And that's without even going into the minifigures, which I think is pretty disappointing. That you always need stormtroopers in there, but they should have released a stormtrooper battle pack on the side, so you can stormtrooper and imperial officer battle pack, so you can add into that as you go, so you can really populate it. Because even with what they've included in there, I think that it's still not enough. Oh, he's not one of those brittle brown pieces. Ish. Where's that going to? Oh, I'm scared. Yeah, the minifigures are just disappointing. I think it's straddling too many things at one time. Is it trying to be a Ultimate Collector's Series? Is it trying to be a Master Builders? Is it trying to be a play set? Is it trying to be a display set? I feel like they're trying to take a little piece of every part of every pie, but they're not delivering on any of them at the end of the day. There's so many things I'd rather buy. There's so many things I'd rather buy. I'd rather put the £899 into a mock and do something fun and interesting and learn some new techniques and play around with things than, like, yeah, putting it into that, because it's just not, I don't know, it's just not the one for me. What do you guys think? What do you think about the new Death Star? It's always good to get different points of view, because otherwise you're screaming into an echo chamber. Damn, where are these little black clips? I think there's grey clips too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 103, 4. Nice. Plus, it's going to be on shelves for a long, long time. So there is no way we don't get some pretty big discounts on that. And with the gift with purchase not being something that's like exclusive or super worth it, because if I was to get it day one, I would open it and display it. So it's like it's just not the one, which is really disappointing. You know, I'm that complete target audience for that stuff as well. Like, I should be lining up there day one for it, but I haven't seen enough that's worth parting money for, unfortunately. Plus, you see all the people that have been sent it, and even they, having free versions of it, are all like, we don't sort of want to recommend this. But they've got a bit of an obligation to be somewhat positive about it. But ultimately, I think, yeah. Oh man, that is super fragile. I'm going to lock that down. Oh, now, good. Oh, these brown pieces make me nervous, man. I'm not really built with the brittle brown stuff since it's become brittle. Nice. Nice. Okay, oh, more brittle brown. Eesh. But also, I think it's like it's a good chance to reflect on the good sets. Sets like this, a set like this, I always wanted. Saving money for the Death Star, and then I get to the point where I'm like, well, I don't really want the Death Star, so I'm gonna go get a bunch of the sets that I actually missed out on and do want. What are we doing here? But yeah, disappointed because I would have loved to have. I would have loved to have got caught up in all the hype, but just can't. Yeah, I just can't do it. Because the other thing as well is, you know, doing low level content like what I do, and everyone's trying to get an edge. You might feel like you need to buy that to get to the next level. You might need to buy it to get more views. It's just, even that, it doesn't sit right with me that people will spend money on that when it is, I think objectively everyone can say that it is like a lackluster set. But yeah, if anyone's gonna buy it, I'd love to hear the argument for, even the argument, just why you are drawn to it. Plus, I think what all the hate has done is, like, you don't want to take away people's enjoyment of looking forward to it as well. That's the other thing. Someone might be like, that is absolutely perfect for me, and I love that. So then you don't want to be, people feel ashamed for liking something that's unpopular. 8 clips. Damn. 8 clips, 4 dots. 4 cheese slopes. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh God, where's that gone? Oh. Oh, they're backwards. That's going to go on the inside. Eee. But getting back to stuff like this as well, when I've really loved Lego Star Wars, it's not just following the new releases blindly. It's going back and finding those moments and those builds that you really enjoyed. All right, that goes there. That goes there. Nice. It's funny going back to these old instructions as well, because it's not as straightforward as it is these days. One, two. Clip heaven. Oh, this might be the last brittle brown brick. Oh no, there's a couple more. I snapped a 1x2 so easily yesterday. Not even like putting any force onto it. The whole thing just went mad. One more. Luca, how you doing? I'm building Anakin and Sebulba's Podracers. What is it? 7962. Going old school. We're going back. Nice. Oh, that's those gold rods. Has anyone built this set before? Wait, what rods are those? Look on the front here. Huh. Oh, there's short gold rods and long gold rods. Nice. All right, where are these going? Oh, I didn't have these. Nice. Right. How many rods? 4. Oh! Everything feels like... These pieces feel old. I'm nervous with every sort of forced push. Alright, where's that 1x4 plate? Yeah. Getting those brown pieces in and locked down. That's all I want to do. Starting to take shape. Ah, nice. But yeah, always wanted this set. Not so much Anakin's Podracer, but Sebulba's one looks so awesome. I cannot believe they've not done another version of this. It's a bit crazy. One, two. And what piece is that? Oh. 1, 2. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh. Yeah, these... Oh, I might have to get some replacements of these. They're loose. Oh no, that one's tight. What up? Yeesh. Nice. Nice. Big orange ones. Annoying thing about this as well is someone else has put the stickers on. But this set's just so expensive new with Watto. But I'm glad I got him. Glad I got him in the collection. The other thing about this set is I don't think there's a lot of like posability, which is why a modern set would be so good to see what sort of things they could do about it to increase posability in with the inside the builds and like displaying them. Oh, brittle brown. Where's the other one gone? Oh. Super nervous about this. Oh, it's like surgery. It's like surgery. And then 4 clips. But yeah, I'm thinking way more about doing mock building now as opposed to buying more like Lego sets. I want to build a Lego Coruscant and then just play around with different techniques and get a feel for it. So many buildings are like long overdue and haven't been done by Lego. I don't know why they've never done any of like Coruscant. It's just crazy. So much happens there. It was in so much, especially through the Clone Wars. And are you telling me that if they did a modular building series of Coruscant buildings, that they wouldn't have, that wouldn't be a massive seller for them? Nice. Drop that on. Drop that on. And that black 1x2 jumper. There. On the edge, what is it? There's only one brittle brown piece left. We're locked in. No more, no more breakages. Nice. Now, 2 of them grey rods, and this part is done. I want to get this done today. It's definitely more fiddly when you are doing this second-hand route method, and it's just every piece out. Right, that was involved. Why was that so involved? Gentle, brittle brown. feel like when this set came out, there was like definitely a different level. Oh. Oh, nice. We're jumping straight to the sand. Yeah, it was a different level. A different level of like... Yeah, this was like a different level of that sort of, not exactly like snot building techniques, but building on a 90-degree plane. Like it is so detailed, and it's such a great build, this. I've been excited for this for a while. And if they should definitely do an update, because the modern techniques that they could use now. This set came out before they even had the 7.5 naming conventions, let alone like... Lemon's Legos, hello, how you doing? We're down there. I'm not too bad at all. Just building Sebulba's Podracer, which I've never built before, so I'm pretty gassed about that. Oy. But there's been a couple of brittle brown pieces throughout this build, so I've been on tender hooks. Definitely on tender hooks. Why do I feel like that's out by one? Saving up for the Arkham Asylum. Awesome build. It looks, I saw it in person the other day at the Lego store. It looks really good. There we go. Yeah, I've not gone in for any Batman Lego. I've kept it pretty pretty Star Wars exclusive, but there's definitely a couple of those Batman sets that look fantastic. Plus, it's got a decent selection of the villains as well, doesn't it? In the Arkham outfits. Are you far off getting to your saving target? Brittle brown. I'm waiting for my birthday, honestly, which is in November. You know what? By then, there's probably going to be sales on that. Might even get it cheaper by then. Is it just Lego that's selling it at the moment, or is it at other retailers wherever you are? Hey, Swiss Bixter, hello. Ah, mate, thank you for the hearts. You haven't checked out the local shops. Yeah, it might be one of those weird ones. What is this? Swiss Brickster. I like this. Mamma mia. Well, this is an absolutely fantastic set. Sebulba's Podracer. Underrated. Underrated. Wow. Nice. So I guess we just build it all out from there then. Okay, nice clear. Where did those tiles go? Where did those tiles go? I kind of want the big clay face from the movie sets because they didn't add one. Oh, really? Yeah, it's a shame when the, you know, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because you gotta collect them all. Crazy news about those Pokemon sets as well, isn't it? Yeah, no, they want you to buy them all, don't they? It's just tough when things start to retire and then you're missing out on things. I feel like I can't put this down now I've started building it. It's not as simple as it is in the 8 times on those, yeah? It's not as simple as it says in the instructions. Like, okay, just put it down. Like, okay, sweet. Okay, it stands. Maybe I can just put it down, being protective. No! I put the 1 gold rod on it and it's come off balance. There we go. No hands. No hands. They add everything side by side to make sure it's all balanced. True, I really wanted the Cantina, but it's retired now. Here in the UK, I picked up the Cantina for really cheap from one of the big department stores. And it's still in the box. I haven't built it, but I just knew it wasn't come through. Scott, hello mate, how you doing? I knew if I didn't buy it then, I'd kick myself. It was regularly on like deals here as well. Crazy. Nice. Oh, building the big engines. Now, what were these from originally? Because is that like a unique color for Sebulba's Podracer? Is that like some Bionicle or like Mars Earth Defender set from a line I don't know about? Right, let's see if that holds throughout this entire build. Honestly, a new shop opened where I live and it sells Lego, so I'm hoping to find something there. Nice. Sometimes those new places always have a nice little deal. Plus, the best deals are always from places that aren't Lego. Yeah, here in the UK, John Lewis does crazy deals every now and then. And what was the other one? Argos. Argos had some great deals. Still standing. That piece really does look like from Bionicles or some hero faction. Yeah, I know it does. It's like, what was that one, like Mars Miners or something? I mean, it's a huge, obnoxious piece. Right, I'm meant to be building 2 of these. I need that. There's another shop where I live, but they're really robbing you. Ah, nice. Scott, I need the Cantina for my Tatooine sets. You know, Scott, mate, have you tried Vinted? I've been buying so much off it. I bought this set off Vinted. I see a couple of Cantinas kicking about that. But then you never know as well, because you know there's fake ones kicking about, and if you're going to spend the money, you want it to be real. And stand up. Yeah, the John Lewis deals. See, if John Lewis ends up getting the Death Star, then that will be one to maybe Hold out for that. Hold out for the Death Star on the John Lewis deal. Anyway, we got to go. I might join back later. Enjoy the build. Lemons, Lego, thank you so much for sticking around for a bit and having a chat. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Yeah, those John Lewis deals, they're sneaky ones as well, because when they do their deductions, they don't like. A lot of the time it says it's not a savings one. It just says this now costs this. So you don't, unless you keep up with the prices and you know prices, things can sometimes just appear cheaper on that website. A lot of the time what you save is roughly what you'd make on insider points for a later spend. Yeah. It's but then they always say money in the pocket's better money than money in the future. Then yeah, I got about £150 worth of insider points, which I was saving for the Death Star, but now I'm like, I don't know about that. Scott, have you thought about the Death Star? Maybe the Death Star on like 4 times. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near it now. Yeah, I'm the same, mate. It is a bit expensive as well. Like, at the end of the day, it is just like a bit of a crazy price. They seriously dropped the ball. By it not being a ball, they've definitely dropped the ball. Oh yeah, that's nice, isn't it? The beauty of Legos sometimes. Yeah. Cameron McCrabe, hi. Don't you mean the Belgium Death Waffle? That's a new one. I've actually not heard that one yet. The Belgium Death Waffle is definitely a good one. So like a, what else is it? And a world record size Chicago deep dish pizza. Little did Lego know, after spending hundreds of thousands in research and development, that it's all going to come down to joke names for their most premier set ever. But yeah, I was saying earlier, Scott, like, I think it just lacks a bit of like Lego engineering. When Lego does their engineering stuff, I think it's amazing and so good. But overall, like, there's a lift in there, there's like a little bit of other stuff. Calvin Craig, are you streaming on TikTok as well? Yes, I am. I'm live on TikTok and YouTube at the moment, trying to double down on that. Double down those watch hours, you know. You can watch both if you want, Calvin. Nice. The memes that first came out were fairly accurate about the Death Star. Absolutely, Callum. Like, it's pretty funny. And you know what did the best job of like sort of selling it was Rebuild the Galaxy. It did an awesome scene in that. So that's cool. I like that. You don't have TikTok. Don't worry, mate. You're not missing anything. I'm on for that reason exactly. I'm on both, pal. No, did I miss a step here? What's holding that in place? Nothing. Okay. What set am I building? I'm building Sebulba's Podracer. Is that going to stay? No, that's not going to stay. That's going to go down. Sebulba's Podracer, was it 7962? Calvin, am I British? I am Australian living in London. So my accent now is all over the place until someone draws attention to it, and then I'll be super, super Australian. Alright, that gonna stay out? No, it's way too back heavy now. But look at that, that's presents. That looks great. I sound British, I know. I'm from Melbourne, so it's not a strong accent. Right, I'm going to offset that, this next part. I'm going to double up build here. This color scheme as well, you know, when you're on your shelves, it's so much grey when you collect Lego Star Wars. I was seeing we should be getting a Playscale Venator next year. Yes, Scott. I think it's going to be a MIDI scale. Was the last that I heard, which is still pretty good. It's going to go in with the that Starship Collection, which is really nice. But if we're getting a play scale as well, that's great. The play scale would be really, really good. Calvin, yeah, I think my accent will even out. Or I could relentlessly try and hold on to it. Callum, we need a new Ewok village. I was gone. No, you're right, mate. I think we do need a new Ewok village. Like, that was one of the big rumors for this year. And as far as everyone was concerned, that's what it was going to be until there was those super early leaks about next year's UCS set being the Super Star Destroyer re-release. But it's just so early on those leaks that, like, one person says something on a Discord, then everyone, people like me, make videos about it, and then it becomes like gospel, and then that's what's happening. It's like, well, no, one person has said that, and then, you know, 2,000 Lego TikTokers and YouTubers regurgitate it, and then, yeah, that's all it is. So I mean, it's super early on that still. So maybe that will come through. It could still be the Ewok village. We need a new Ewok Village Republic dropship, a new ATOT. We need that old Wato bust, you know, from the picture in 2008. Yes. Hopefully with these busts, we're going to get a couple more like out there designs and characters. I think they'll sell. I think Lego's like too conservative and too worried that things won't sell. But I mean, it's easy for me to say. I'm not running a company, and I want the weird stuff. That's what I want. The weird things from Lego Star Wars. So yeah. Give us the weird stuff. Because then you lose the hardcores, I think, if you're not putting out the, you know, the glup shitos and all that sort of stuff. People are like, well, maybe it's not all for me. I hope we get the Jedi Temple. Yes, Scott, mate. Honestly, it's mad that it's taken this long. Man, that colorway is just so nice, and Lego hit it perfectly. I'm just excited to have something that's not grey in the collection, or brown. or maroon. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of sets because it's just this sort of grey blob. Just 15 bricks. Hello, mate. How you doing? It's been a long time since I have streamed. I've done the live streams. I did one yesterday, but I didn't do it on I didn't do it on TikTok. I streamed on YouTube because I'm trying to get my YouTube numbers up. We also need a new Technic Droidica with the same feature from 2003. I mean, we did get, technically, we got it a little bit. Good, mate. How are you? Hope you've been well. Saw some stuff. Saw some of my longer form stuff. Thank you, mate. Trying it out a little bit. Yeah, it's nice to do some longer stuff. Obviously takes a lot more time. I don't know if it's proportionally like a 1 minute video takes an hour, then a 9 minute video, you know, like 9 hours. But hey, you gotta do it. Try it out, see how it goes. It's all about building the skill set, isn't it? If my day job ever falls through, which, you know, it could. Got to be ready for the digital switch over. Whenever someone joins you, you should say hello there. I think it's a good idea, but then it's that a lot of people join and leave straight away. Longer time researching, scripting, recording, editing, yeah, all that. Marinvo, sorry mate, I missed you there. I'm building Sebulba's Podracer, which is a set I've always wanted, and because I've decided that 99% I'm not going to be getting the Death Star, that I'm going to buy the sets that I want to get. Ones that I've missed out on over the years, but never picked up. Spend the money saved up for that on something else. Yeah, just 15 bricks, mate. Just that the time editing is what it is. And, you know, it's small things. It just adds up. It's crazy. But I'm enjoying it, and it's a different thought process, and, you know, a bit more writing, which is nice, and you can express yourself in different ways. Doing the TikTok videos where it's like a minute, it's like, by the time you've said something, it's like over, and you're like, oh, geez, you're in, you're out. But I mean, it still goes quick, you know, just still goes quick. Plus, I got all the equipment as well from work stuff, like, you know, it's like, might as well use it. Come you kind of look like the dad from Paddington. Thank you. I think? Thank you. That's a compliment, right? I've progressed past Unk stage to Paddington dad stage. I like that. The ultimate graduation. Do you have the figs as well? Yes. Got the figs. Part of that is what drew me to it as well, you know. Got that Watto, then I'm going to make that again. It's in great condition. Really, really good condition, which is the other thing that sort of drew me to this set. Sebulba's got his arms are just a little bit weak, but that's what sort of happens to these minifigures over time. But when he goes into the cockpit for this, which is where he's going to live, he's sort of like, he's not going to move out of there, to be honest. And then we got the, who's that? Wold. Let me show you the camera over there. Whoa, it's going to be a bit dark. Plus, might be a little bit too close. Yeah, the Watto head is rubber, so it's got a bit of give to it. You got the OG Watto, mate. I have 3 sets I'm trying to get, which are retiring to you: the Ghost, the Daily Bugle, and Rivendell. That's an expensive retirement list. Just 15 bricks, yes, mate. I'm on YouTube as well, so I'm trying to stay across both and read out everyone's things, so no one, so you're not sort of missing different sort of things that are happening on each one. Baby Greedo. Yes, Wald is like a baby Greedo. I think it's the same. It's a different printed head because he's got like blue eyes. I think he's got a different like spray paint on the nose. It's hard to show on this setup here, but yeah. Right, where were we? Gotta get cracking. But yeah, thinking more about the collection stuff, I want to balance out color and sets that I love as opposed to there's just so many I've picked up because they came out. And I wanted to do like some shots of it for you for TikTok and stuff like that. But now I just want to reassess massively like what's on display and the collection and stuff and break stuff down a little bit. I should lose a light. Calman, I want to finish my Technic Droidica. I have the parts of it, but not the whole thing. That's where it can get like so hard. You need that little push to get over the edge, mate, because if you... Do you know what you're missing, or do you still need to go through and find what parts you need? Like, have you sat down and done the list of everything that's missing? And is that the original Technic Droidica? Because is that the rolling feature? You press it and it sort of like snaps up. I don't think the old Technic Stormtrooper is too bad. I mean, I think it looks bad, but it's all. I also kind of like it. Yeah, those original buildable figures, and the battle droid as well, the B1 battle droid. You're missing like 70% of it. That's a bunch of brittle brown stuff as well, isn't it? That original Droidica. Wait, do I need to build 2 of these? Yes, sir. Ah, over here now, just 15 bricks. Yeah, so I lost my stream key for TikTok Studio. So I'm just streaming straight off the phone over there, but then I've got OBS running over on this side, trying to get a bit more into that stuff and understand it. Adding a little, another string to the bow for work stuff. Because I've got this bin of OG Lego from one of my neighbours. She was like 70 and it was her son's Lego. He moved out, so she gave it to me. That's nice, mate. That's good. That's a good base to build off. And then you get so many like, yeah, you can get so many like strange and random sets like that, can't you? Now, what end does that sticker go on? The inside. So, no, this one. Nice. I was able to make 95 of most of the OG X-Wing. I've never had the OG X-Wing. I've always wanted to pick up that OG X-Wing. I need some old friends whose kids had sets. Yeah, exactly, mate. It's a little. Can I take? I'll take those off your hands if you'd like. I'll do you a favour by making sure you don't have to deal with them. Two, three, four. How do we like on YouTube? I think there's like a little. What I see down here is a little love heart next to. Little love heart next to like the chat box. There should be like emoji, a poll. Double tap the screen. There we go, Carlin. Thank you. But yeah, trying to get the watch hours up on here as well. So because just 15 bricks, you can live streaming counts to the watch hours to getting monetized. So it's a very good way to do it. Plus, when you think about like time to production wise, a live stream of building Lego that I'll be doing anyway, then live streamed all adds to the watch hours. And just keep feeding the head centipede. I have the OG X-Wing in box, a little bit warm but still cool. Tools still on the spool too. What's the tools on the spool? Yeah, I need to take and put the piece of the X-Wing in some sort of hydrogen peroxide to unsun damage them. Yeah, that can be rough. And it can also like damage it. The peroxide stuff, sometimes it works, but then I ain't no chemist. And I think to do it properly, you need to be. It's a yeah, it's a tricky one, that. I think a lot of the time you can, not only does it like, it will do it visually, it will sun damage it, but then it will also it make it quite brittle, and then sometimes if you don't do the right timing and UV exposure, it then goes back worse than what it was before. Yeah, you put it in the sun, but it's all about timing as well. Like there's a little bit to it. There's definitely a little bit to the process. Venator Bricks, hello mate, how you doing? The X-Wing mechanic has tools they're working on the X-Wing with. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 I know that. Yeah, I'd love to pick up that set one day. It's always, you know, it's a nice little where it all began type thing for the collection. Where was it? I went to a place near Castle Douglas in like far west Scotland one time when I was driving up to Edinburgh, and it was like 2 hours out the way. But I went out there just to go to this one shop, and they had it there, and I was like, oh, should I not? Oh, I don't know. And then obviously, you know, you walk away from those things always regretting it. Just should have done it. Can we get a Lego collection reveal? You need some more sequel playsets. What sequel sets do I have? I think I've only got one, and that is the that's Kylo Ren's command shuttle, the only one I got. But I've been saying for years, those sequel sets are all going to come around. Mate, I picked up at a car boot and they offered to me for not much, mate. That's great. That's really good. Come on, what sets do you have, mate, from the sequel trilogy? Greyish or black? Oh, you've got the proper playset command shuttles. Yeah, I've only got the what's it called? The Starship Collection one. Huh. It's an interesting connection. Feels illegal. Yeah, what sequel sets haven't they done? The Podracer and X-Wing. Again, it's a nice bit of colour, you know. So that is a nice, well-engineered piece, good angles. I think this set was definitely before its time. You're going to collect all of those shuttles. Ooh. That's the wrong clip, that one. It's criminal we only got 5 Rogue One sets. Yeah. It's a shame. I always wish they did that Imperial hauler that they steal to get off Edu. Dog reveal. It's not my dog. No, it's a got my window open because it's nice and toasty. But it's not my dog. Dog's gone. Yo. Wait. There we go. Now they are the same. Telephone piece, always good. Let's have a few Imperial shuttles, landing craft, Krennic Republic, Attack Shuttle, Bad Batch, need the Kylo Rens, Palpatines, and Dooku shuttle. That Duke, the solar sailor? I'm going mad. We should have got the biggest cloth piece in Lego with that set. Because it really needs to stretch out, doesn't it? Is that hidden? Yeah. One. I love Krennic's. I love Krennic's shuttle, but it's so big and like cumbersome. It's really a we need Jocasta Nu. Absolutely. We definitely need Jocasta Nu. I can't believe we haven't got that yet. I mean, that will come when we finally get a the archives, but it's gonna be too late, man. Sheesh. Check that out. That's great angle work. That white line going throughout the whole thing as well is nice. Nah, I really like that. That's really good. Right, on to the next one. Are there people still on the other stream? Yeah, we've got 2 on TikTok at the moment. It's funny with this stuff. People come through, sometimes chatting, sometimes not. People just chilling, falling asleep. But it is a back and forth, isn't it? Alex, hello. How you doing? Yeah, we definitely need Jocasta Nu. I don't know why they haven't done a the Jedi Temple. I don't know if there's like sort of holding back on religious reasons for different areas and all that sort of thing, but yeah, it would just be so good to have. A no-brainer. If that was the next Master Builders set, that would definitely drag me back into retail stuff. Oh, where's that little rib piece? We also need a remake of the Pad-1 Obi-Wan. Yeah, it's a shame we didn't get it in the Infiltrator, you know. I know they're going for a bit of a classic feel for it, but that Sith Infiltrator from, when was that? Beginning of last year? That would have been the perfect time to put it in. It's just that stuff, you know, like just holding back on things because they don't want to release too much. Do I do any army building? No, I don't really go in for army building. But having said that, I made a bit of a silly late night mistake the other day and bought a bunch of battle packs. So maybe I do army build now. Where's that? Oh. That's my silly financial decision. Six of the Death Trooper battle packs. They'll go for £10 each. So I thought, why not? Build a Thrawn mock from Ahsoka. Yes, I do have the Infiltrator. It's a nice build. It's a really solid build. But that'd be one of the ones I think I'd want to move on. Oh, no, I haven't bought any of the 327th. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for deep discount on those. Plus, like here in the UK, Argos always does quite a good 2 for deal. And if that doesn't sell well, like, I could easily see picking them up for like £15 each, which is like a third of the price. Do I have the misprinted Qui-Gon? No, I don't have the misprinted. I bought it on release day, so I thought I'd be a shoo-in for it. But I got it from the Lego store, and I think here in the UK it was like people that bought it from. I know it was all over the place, wasn't it? It's been a while since I did that video on it. Yeah, I think it was all over the place where people sort of got them from. I want to buy Felicia. I want to buy some customs. Felicia. Yeah. I'm looking so much more. Oh, you got the misprint. Nice, mate. Did you ever think about selling it? The hype from it's died down a little bit, hasn't it? But it's still like, if anything, that's probably the one thing to hold on to. Because long term is where the money's at with all that stuff. You want to buy a second infiltrator. Yeah, the custom stuff. I'm getting more into custom stuff now, to be honest with you, just because I'm getting a bit fed up with like quality of Lego prints and that sort of stuff. I bought something the other day which is really funny. Let me show you this. This is the biggest glup shitto out of all Star Wars. Ain't no Claude. Is that gonna... Oh! Oh! Man down! Is that gonna hold focus? If you can tell me who that is, I will... And it even comes with his 3D printed ice cream container. Absolutely fantastic. That's a sneak peek for a future video. So good. It's not focusing. Ah, damn. What about this camera? I'm on a delay here. Yeah, the ice cream maker guy from Firestar. It's characters like that that I want from Lego, but it's just so obscure, isn't it? I'm going to do a proper video on that. I'm going to do a proper video on it. There we go. Drop me a follow so you don't miss it. So that one was £20 for that minifigure. But then the way I see it is, if you're going to be buying something that's sort of like super niche, they only got to make it once. The second-hand reselling of the custom stuff is very, very ridiculous, and because it's so obscure that you're not going to lose. You're not going to lose money on it. At 10 million subs, I'm giving away my AP1 Rex. Nice. Oh, what have I missed here? chatting away. Mr. Step. What other pound to dollars transition? So, I really don't know. It's a little bit less. So you're paying $1,000 for the Death Star. We're paying 900. So it's like a 10% difference, isn't it? Do I have any experience with shipping Lego from the USA? No, I've always stayed like super locked into just doing local UK stuff, especially like Bricklink orders. I've done a bunch of mock stuff. I've done a bunch of mock stuff, but I always just buy from UK. I never like venture further because we get, and a lot of the time when you buy from Europe, you get a 20% VAT charge on top of it. So it ends up, even though it's cheaper per piece, you end up getting a 20% sales tax on top when it comes in. So it's just easier to keep it UK. But then also sometimes it gets held at customs as well, and then you've got to do that, and then you don't always get. So I bought it once from where was like Bulgaria or something. Dirt cheap for Lego. Dirt cheap. £1 is $1.34. But yeah, I never shipped from America for anything because it's just a bit like price prohibitive. On eBay and stuff, I think it's like £28 to ship from America to get here, and I felt there's a lot of stuff in the US that's pretty cheap, but then by the time you add the shipping into that and the time and all that, you don't end up seeing those savings. So £1 is $1.34. So who's getting the worst deal there on the? Someone's getting stiffed then on the Death Star. If you're paying 1,000 and we're paying 900, but it's $1.34, then someone's missing out on a deal. Cheaper to exchange your money, fly to America, buy the Death Star, and then come home. Or vice versa. You found some cool customs from the USA, like clones. Yeah, there's some awesome ones out there, and ones that aren't super expensive as well. Because those top-end customs are nice, but they are expensive. What's it called? Is it five Lonely Clones? Was that a creator? I can't remember. There's one place that does decent prices for stuff. Beach Troopers always doing stuff for them. Oops, I forgot to add that part. I'll come to the end. Yeah, like $2 to $3. Republic Customs, yeah, that's the one. I mean, if you just want to display them, that's the way to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, display them. No one can tell the difference when they're on display. Got a load of them, yeah. Sometimes it's the way, you know. Oh, I'm going crazy now. Where's that piece? Where's that piece gone? Uh-oh. I'm going to build up the other side. You're building a Lego room. Nice, mate. Are you going to do the IKEA bookcases like everyone else? I'm saying that because I got the IKEA bookcases like everyone else. Yeah, it's going to be done building a Lego room. When you get to a certain amount of like collection, you need to like get that sort. Yeah, mate, they're good. They're good. Mate, all of these are the IKEA bookshelves. And I've got the hanging shelves. And I've got like a Kallax down below. I always find it hard to like place sets into the Kallax units because it's like some things fit really well and other stuff are like, ooh. No. Am I missing two pieces here? Oh no, there it is. Always the way. Am I missing that piece? Nope. I'm gonna have to go in a couple minutes, guys, but thank you for sticking around for this stream. Always good to have people to talk through as I build the Lego. Aiming to do a lot more of these, and I've got a bunch of long form videos up at the moment. Got a new one dropping on Friday about most anticipated minifigures for 2026. We're getting some absolute doozies. What is the best ATTE in my opinion? You know what? I like the new one. The shape of it, the way it all comes together, and like the colors. I think it is the best one. I know people got a lot of like nostalgia for the old ones. I think the minifigure lineups in the other one probably better. What else? What was it back in the day? We had like a Rota the Hutt, and was it Cad Bane in that one as well? But and no, the one with Rota had Rex. Yeah, 2008 one that had Rota, the Hutt, Rex, Anakin. Damn, where's this piece? Anakin. Was I meant to use it there? Do 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 do. Yeah. It was Rota, Ahsoka, Anakin Rex, and a droid with a stat and an AP1 clone. Yes. Then which one had Cad Bane? Or was that a Juggernaut that had Mace Windu with a light up lightsaber? Man, these stickers need a rework. Oh, that piece missing is very annoying. It's going to be under here somewhere, isn't it? damn. Right, guys, I'm going to have to call it there. You get some stuff done before. Best Juggernaut. Not the first one. I looked back at the first one recently and it looked rough. So is it the second Juggernaut that's like the best one? It's got a bit more like shape to it and colours. Obviously the newest one ain't great. They could do a modern Juggernaut and it could be so good, but they didn't, which is just so disappointing. But yeah, ultimately, it's a rough one. Alex, thank you so much. Callum McCrae, thank you so much. Everyone on TikTok, thank you for coming through. Peter Griffin, thank you for the follow over on TikTok. Guys, I'll be back around doing other stuff soon. Thank you so much for sticking about, spending the afternoon or your American mornings with me. I'll see you soon. Peace. Well, YouTube's done. TikTok's my favorite. You guys are my favorite. Thank you.